To go. Hi, my name is Autumn Payne again, and I'm here with Stephen Bryant Walker. He's a therapist at Middle Way Health, and he is a Buddhist teacher. And we are doing another mental health interview on topics that we hope that will be very beneficial for everyone who is watching. So thank you for joining us again.
You're welcome. Glad I'm here.
Yeah, so
Here and healthy.
here and healthy, yes. What more could you want? Good mental health, I guess.
Yep.
So today I wanted to talk about something that impacts everyone's lives, and that's the topic of sleep. So sleep is one of those things that your mental health affects your sleep, and your sleep can affect your mental health. So you can get into this downward spiral with it, where if you're worried and you're having trouble with your mental health, it can impact your sleep negatively. And then when your sleep is impacted negatively, that makes your mental health worse. And you just keep going down and down and down. That's something I've experienced. I know probably a lot of other people do as well. So I wanted to say if people are having difficulty with sleep, what are some things that they can do that would help them get a good night's rest?
I always think like physical and medical first.
Okay.
So, um, like, do you have blackout curtains, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
it quiet? Um, is the person next to you snoring? Are you snoring?
Mm-hmm.
um, do you actually have a mattress? Really practical things, because a lot of people are caught up in their heads and they're neglecting that they don't have basic sleep hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, generally, it's not advised to have a huge meal and drink a bottle of wine before going to bed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But for
some will
some
say that
people,
alcohol helps them fall asleep, but I've also heard
it
the
could help you fall asleep, but it also will wake you up later when it
mm-hmm.
starts, the sugar comes out. And so, and then, noise and light. And also, honestly, if people are big people, if they're very heavy, they have the possibility uh, of having some sleep apnea. Actually, you don't have to be
Mm-hmm.
heavy to have sleep apnea, but many people resist getting tested for that, and they're surprised when they're waking up hundreds of times during the night because they can't get enough oxygen.
Mm. Yeah,
So
that would be.
they don't get a sleep test, and they don't want to hear like, well, you have to lose 20 pounds or 50 pounds or something.
Or wear the contraption, which I think I would be afraid of wearing that, but I know a lot of people are benefited by it.
Yeah, I don't know how people do, because it's
Mm-hmm.
like strapping a vacuum cleaner to your face.
Yeah.
But if you're not getting enough oxygen, you're not going to sleep well.
Mm-hmm. So physical things, I've also heard cold, dark, quiet are the three main things. Maybe turning the air conditioner a little cooler.
Well, it's true. Generally, people sleep better when it's cooler.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone's different, but I do talk with people sleep a lot, and it's really hard to change people's sleep habits. Even if
Yeah.
they say, I'm not getting good sleep, it's
Mm-hmm.
horrible. I wake up exhausted, but I don't want to get a new mattress. I don't want to make it darker. I don't want to get sleep tested. I don't want to change my nighttime routine. In fact, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to change anything. And
Yeah, this is very interesting because I'm thinking that what you're telling us is things that most of us have already heard,
yeah,
but what you're saying is a lot of people won't even do it when recommended.
they want
Yeah.
they want the fairy dust to come, and they
Mhm.
want to be sprinkled. So,
Mhm.
but there are certain emotional and cognitive, spiritual things too that we can do that help.
Mhm.
So for most people, um, actually watching the news and a whole bunch of violent things, um, it's not so good.
Not before bed.
Yeah, I mean, why? Um, Also, like lying in bed reviewing the problems of the day or anticipating what you have to do tomorrow is not good sleep hygiene.
Yeah, that's common for me. I'll I'll tell you,
Stop
doing
it.
the review, yes.
So, if you want to review the day, do it in another room and you can write in your journal, okay?
Mhm,
And if you want to think about tomorrow, then write or type in your phone, this is what I need to do tomorrow. But
mhm.
you don't want to link problem solving or review with actual sleep time.
Yeah. Yeah, so
People
I
do, that.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I've also found one thing that interferes, and this may have interfered before, but it's not until recently that I've realized, like, really interferes, is being on the computer
Mm,
after a certain time in the evening or on my phone dealing with work or problems of any kind.
yeah.
It will keep me up, period. Like,
Mm.
can't do it. So there's like a line now, 9 o'clock, no more cell phone, no more computer, because it literally will keep me up all night.
Some people want to be up, um,
Hmm.
because some people, when they start falling asleep, they're dropping off some of the ego defenses or normal distractions or defenses we have. And if there's trauma, then it comes up when we're
Mhm.
starting to fall asleep. So a lot of times when people have a lot of trauma in their background, they stay up until they're exhausted
Mm.
so that they can or they think they can fall asleep very quickly because they're exhausted. It doesn't really work that well because then you wake
No.
up exhausted. Or
Yeah.
people, drink and drug to get to bed, and then that impairs actually your sleep. You don't dream as well, and we need dreams to sleep. That's an important piece of sleep hygiene.
Mm. Yeah, I can relate to that as well. I've
Hmm.
definitely been there. But I think it's part of the vigilance, right? The vigilance of trauma. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
so
traumatized, I need to pay attention to everything, and you're not wanting to sleep because then it puts you in a vulnerable position.
yes, that's true. People, they try to stay awake until they collapse.
Mm.
Um, okay, so there have to be other ways to do it, and a lot of times having a a sleep routine where you're doing everything we've talked about, plus your hot shower, hot bath, or great cuddling, or great sex, or something, so you feel warm and fuzzy, and then you have your bedtime story, and then you have an imaginal sleep process where you're counting sheep or you're going to some beautiful, safe place. So you're drifting off into sleep, and there's a sense of journey to um, a safe, enjoyable, heavenly kind of area.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, and it has to be practiced. You can't just say, "Well, I hope it happens."
Do
So
you
that's
have
why
do you have such a like a visualization or something that you do before you go to sleep?
everyone's a little different. I do, yeah. So everyone's different, and there are a lot of guided imagery, guided meditations that are available, just on apps now that can be really good. So
The
some people do.
Insight Timer app, that one has a lot of good
That does seem
free
to have a lot
sleep
of stuff.
ones.
I mean, there
Yeah.
there
If
are
you
a
don't
lot.
have one already,
Yeah,
there you go.
I I'm old school, so I want to just kind of do it myself without the app. But that's support, right? But
Yeah,
basically, you're letting yourself drift into a positive imaginal world.
I like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
So physical first, and then the
And then
mental.
relational, I mean, it's, if you've got some resentment going on or if you're mad, then
Yeah.
you're less likely to fall asleep because the adrenaline's pumping.
Mhm. Yeah. True. True. Yeah, I've been doing little meditations with my daughter before bed too, and that really seems to
Mhm.
help her avoid that I can't sleep thing. So just that relaxation and some visualization. And I think it's more than just the technique. I also think it's the fact that her mother is there spending time with
Mhm.
her before bed, so the relationship is being nurtured. So that's what I've been trying to do with my almost 9-year-old.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anything else you want to add? We're at towards the end here.
A lot of times people aren't sleeping well over a period of time because they have big decisions to make and they're putting things off.
Mm.
So those big decisions will come back in dreams, and dreams can either help keep us asleep and have good sleep or keep us awake. So
Mm.
a point about dreams is a lot of times nightmares start out as gentle dreams, and dreams sometimes are messengers, so they're gently knocking at the door, but if we don't answer the door, they'll come back and knock louder each time.
Oh, that's
So
very
we can talk
interesting.
about more dreams because I like talking about dreams.
Okay, well, next time.
Future broadcast, yes.
Yes, let's do it 'cause, I had a dream one scheduled for us, and we ended up,
Right,
working with another
right.
fantastic therapist, so we'll circle back on that one.
Okay.
So, thanks for
Yeah,
everybody that joined
sure.
us, and
All
we'll see
right.
you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye bye.